Before we begin, if you do like these videos, then consider donating as little as 10 pence via the link in the description. Now, a drug dealing operation called Flakey were responsible for flooding Wales with Class A substances, so much so that the gang were moving kilos of H to the tune of £49,000 worth. That was the street value, and that's only what these men were caught with. 49-year-old Ryan Dougherty and his mate 40-year-old Neil Cook were career criminals, whom were both from Liverpool, and they ran a large-scale operation, as I said, called the Flakey Ring, that was responsible for shipping Class A substances from Liverpool and moving it to cities and towns in Wales, mainly Swansea, Neath, Talbot and Cardiff. Now, the five-man gang was said to have transported kilos at a time, and in order to not get detected, what they would do is use fake plates on cars. They would also rent out different B&B spots. Now, in the summer of 2022, Swansea Police and Neath Talbot Police conducted a joint investigation into county lines after police were given a phone by a known user whom had issues with H. In the user's phone, police found messages from a contact known as the Flakey Ring. In the messages, it was reported that Flakey were distributing the gear in public areas such as pubs, car parks and AirBnB rentals. Now, when the investigation was conducted, police found out that Ryan Dougherty and Neil Cook had set up shop in Wales and was using a number of different Airbnb rental properties to conduct their business. The Flakey Ring also had 85 regular customers whom received daily messages about the quality of the gear and also the cost. Now, these users were spending hundreds of pounds at a time, and of course this led to undercover police following Ryan and Neil. Then in July of last year, police found out that consignment had been ordered. Class A substance H was going to be delivered, and again, this was at least going to be half a kilo, and that was going to be delivered to a notorious Neath dealer. Now, at lunchtime, Ryan Dougherty and Neil Cook met up at Tesco supermarket in Forest Far in a car that was being driven by 21-year-old woman Chantal Price. When they was at the location, they met Michael Evans and his partner Nadia. Now, the group then exchanged parcels and then everyone left. Now, Ryan Dougherty and Neil Cook and Chantal Price then drove off, but then they were arrested a short time later in Town Hill. Meanwhile, Michael Evans and his partner Nadia had gone to the Mary Dilwyn pub across the road from Tesco. There, officers moved in and detained them. Now, as for Neil Cook and Ryan Dougherty and Chantal Price, police found that Price had a rucksack. In that rucksack was half a kilo of H that was wrapped in a tea towel. Again, that was said to be a cost of around £49,000 if it was broken up and then sold on the streets. On them, police also found things like a tick list and also weighing scales, as also tin foil as well, and 7 boxes of tablets. Now, Ryan Dougherty was sentenced to 6 years in prison, Neil Cook was sentenced to 5 years, and Chantal Evans was sentenced to 2 years. Now, with these sentences, the judge says that if they perform well, they would only have to serve half their sentence, and then they would do the rest in the community. Does the crime match the sentence? Let me know.